Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 11. I hope you're doing well so far. Today is Wednesday, and I know because I just checked my phone. Yesterday's workout was a long one, but the isometrics are great to do and throw in your workout at least once a week. Just remember to log how long you're able to hold a position and then try to improve on that as you go, using obviously all of the modifications that I gave you in the video yesterday. We missed one day, and I'm sorry about that. I had technical difficulties, so I don't expect to give you a weekly day's rest, although feel free to rest. If you're changing your workout a little bit every day, you can do Pilates every day. You can do something. Just change the muscle groups that you're working with. Today we are doing the 100 or an ab exercise, and then we're going to be doing some squats. So first things first with your 100, if you have a different ab exercise that you really like, then go to that one. It could be abs on the ball as you know it. It could be the half round back and pelvic tilt for that ab work. So choose the variation that you prefer. Again, it's still kind of nice to change it up. So we're going to start with the 100. I'm going to do different variations as usual, just to stay with the different levels. I'll start with a tuck under, a couple of variations, and then I'll do traditional, and I'm going to throw in some lemon squeezes at the end of that. So that's another thing. If you know your lemon squeezes, that might be all you want to do for your ab challenge. You want to build to about 25 of those. Just mind your form, and I'll go into that as well when I get started with the lemon squeezes. So if you have a small ball and you like to use it between the knees, grab it. You can also use it behind your back. You can also put it under your feet and do your 100 this way. It provides a little bit more instability, which makes your abs, your core work a little bit harder. So grab your prop if you're going to use it. I'm going to start with a tuck under. So starting up nice and tall on your sit bones, you're going to get a good breath and exhale, tuck under. And if you're doing traditional and on your back, then you'll come up now into your 100 position. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 10. Remember, don't let the shoulders round forward, don't let the head drop. Into 4, out 2, 3, 4, 30, into 4 and out 2, 3, 4, 40, into 4 and out 2, 3, 4, 50, into, I'm moving but you stay where you are, 60, into 4 and out 2, 3, 4, 70, up 2, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 80, into 4, out 2, 3, 4, 90. I'm throwing in some lemon squeezes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty, good stuff, guys. You're gonna round forward over your legs, stretch that back out, keep the abs pulled in, and get a deep breath into the upper back to expand the back of that rib cage. And stack that spine up nice and tall, making sure those scapula are stabilized. Remember, when you stack, you do not want to roll back of those sit bones and end up leaning back. You want to find those sit bones and stack right up on top of them and be nice and tall. Alrighty. We're going to go on to our squats next. And squats can be done by everybody. You'll just adjust it for your level or for any issue that you have going on. If you've got a knee issue, you're not going to want to go deep into your squat. You'll never let the hips come below the knees when you're squatting down. I'm going to do 4 variations. I'm going to do freestanding on the mat without hand weights. Then I'll add hand weights into it, and then I'm going to do some on the Bosu with and without hand weights. So form for your squats. This is not like the plie dips we did earlier, where the back wants to stay upright as you do your dip. For this one, we want to get the back working. So you're going to hinge a little bit forward from the hip, just about that much. You don't need to go too low. You don't want to create stress in the lower back. Your feet will be hip distance apart and parallel is important for good alignment through the knees. So I'm going to do 25, and I'll do 25 freestanding, half with weights, half without weights, half with. We'll catch our breath, and then I'm going to pull the Bosu out, and we'll do another round of 25. So whatever variation you're doing, you want to try to build up to a couple of sets of 25, okay? Remember, if you break your form or you get tired, you stop, regroup, and then jump back in with it. I have little 3-pound weights here. Again, you don't need to use weights at all. You can use 2, you can use 5 if you want more of a challenge in the arms. The squats are a great thing to do though, because it's a multitasker exercise. There's a lot going on at the same time. So if you're limited in the length of time that you can work out, try to find those exercises that are multitaskers, and then you'll get a lot going on in fewer exercises. All right, feet hip distance, parallel, hinge a little bit forward at the hips there, obviously shoulders always stabilized, and squat. And you're squatting down into heavy air, so it's not just dropping your body, but press into it. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. Don't come all the way upright when you come up. You want to keep that back working so it stays in that forward lean. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Keep going. I'm grabbing my weights. And 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Alrighty, good stuff. My towel here. Alright. So, catch your breath. Get yourself ready for your next set. I'm going to pull my Bosu forward. The Bosu is a great piece of equipment at home if you don't have a ton of space, because you can do so much with the Bosu. You can use it dome up, dome down, abs on it, arms, lots of balance things, of course, which is very important. You want to make sure you keep the stabilizers working. And that's the nice thing when you're using a Bosu, because it creates instability. It makes your stabilizers work much harder. And that's really important for fall prevention, but also just to keep all of the stabilizers working and alerted. So I'm going to pull it over. If you do have a Bosu, until you're really comfortable getting on and off the Bosu without assistance, please keep yourself either near a wall where you can hold the wall as you get in the Bosu, or a chair, or whatever it is that you need. You want to make sure that there's nothing around that you can fall off and hurt yourself. So I'm going to start this next set without hand weights, and then I'll grab those hand weights as we go through. So you got the Bosu, get on your Bosu. And if you're not using a Bosu, just get ready for another set. You ready? A little bit of a forward lean, and 1, 2, and 3, press into it. 4, don't go so low if your knees bother you. And 6, just keep that back in a little bit of a forward pitch the whole time. 9, and 10, 11, 12. The shaking is good. It means you're challenging those stabilizers. I'm going to grab my weights. You keep going. Ugh. There we are. And 1. I'm doing 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty. As I say, the Bosu is a great piece of equipment to have at home for all sorts of different things. Alright, so tomorrow we're going to do a lot of stretching, and that will be most of the video. So I'm going to ask you to do a couple of exercises before you pull up the video and join me with the stretches. It's always better to stretch a warm muscle than a cold muscle, so you want to be careful. Stretching in front of exercises can be a good thing, but the warmer they are, the better they'll relax and stretch, and when they're a little bit fatigued, they'll stretch a little bit better. You never overdo the stretch. So tomorrow, get a couple of exercises in. You got a lot to pick from in your repertoire so far. Try to choose at least 3. Get an arm, an ab, and a leg workout. And again, this is when a multitasker is great to have. And then I'm going to have a foam roller, some tennis balls, flexi band, and anything else that I need to go through an overall body workout. We're going to be rolling our back out in the foam roller, rolling our quads, etc. Some of them you'll know from the classroom. All right, day 11. Good luck.